Hello, welcome to Tonglen for Climate Change. I apologize, you might hear the voices of this beautiful community around me where I'm staying and attending teachings currently. So we can just allow them to be in the background. And whenever you notice a sound or something that might be a distraction, that can actually be a reflection or a mirror to help us remember to come back to our present experience, to come back to what's happening in our own mind and heart. So let's begin by taking our meditation posture. We'll be doing a Tonglen practice today for topics, events happening in the world, whatever feels alive for us today. So it's important to begin just by grounding, coming into the present moment. Feeling the weight of your body on the earth. Placing your attention on your breath. Or you can also place your attention on that experience of gravity, the weight of the body on the ground. Allowing the attention to settle, stabilize. Whenever you notice your thinking, just coming back to your breath, to the weight of your body. And next, bring to mind refuge and bodhicitta. Turning towards the decision to be awake and turning towards the teachings and the examples and the practices that help us uncover our own awake nature, help us uncover the wisdom and compassion in our own hearts and minds. And to do this not just for ourselves, but for the benefit of every single being. So we sit to practice today for the awakening of every being. And now bring to mind something happening in the world that feels important to you. For me, I was just reading an article yesterday about the melting of ice in Greenland and the different melting of glaciers and rising sea levels. And so that feels very alive and present for me today. You could also work with maybe you're in a place that's very hot right now. Or maybe there's forest fires or smoke nearby. Maybe you're aware of flooding that's happening. I've also read recently that there's huge floods happening in Pakistan. And so just bringing to mind a particular issue, event, experience that's happening that feels important, that's kind of tugging at your heart. And we begin with relating with our own experience. And so with Tonglen practice, we breathe in what's difficult, what's challenging, and we breathe out and offer what's beneficial, supportive. And so we're welcoming in, being willing to be with, to touch suffering, discomfort. And we breathe it into our hearts where it dissolves. You can also think you're breathing it into your basic goodness, your own awake, loving, clear heart. And when you're breathing out, you're offering your own supportive circumstances, you're offering space, whatever feels supportive for the circumstance. And so we'll do this for a few breaths, breathing in what in your own felt experience, in your own thoughts, emotional world, what's happening, breathing in whatever is uncomfortable there, being willing to be with it, dissolving in your heart. And at your own pace, breathing out, offering what's supportive, patience, care, presence. Do this for a few breaths. You could breathe in your own sense of overwhelm. And you could breathe out the connectedness of our communities, all the beings that care. Here, we're not trying to fix the situation or make the bad feelings go away, but we're working with our own patterns in our minds that block us from experiencing our awakened nature. We're working with the ways that we shut down, turn away, react. And now we can turn our attention to others who are experiencing this situation. Maybe others who are also worried about it, or others who are impacted by the rising seas, by the smoke, by the floods, by the droughts. And just take a moment to kind of call to mind in front of you these different beings. It could be humans, animals, ecosystems. Just take a moment to bring them to mind. Think about the ways they might be experiencing fear, discomfort, and the ways they might be wishing for happiness, for ease, and make the wish that they be free of suffering and experience happiness, well-being. And with that wish, begin Tonglen practice, breathing in, being willing to touch and be present with their suffering. Imagine them becoming free of it. And breathing out, offering them your own experience of well-being, your own positive circumstances. Offering, imagine them receiving it and experiencing that well-being and joy themselves. And do this for several breaths. Breathing in the discomfort, breathing out what's supportive. And finally, extending out to all beings, imagining the ways they might be struggling and the ways they're wishing for happiness. Make that wish that they be free of suffering and experience well being and happiness. And breathing it in, imagining them becoming free of it. Breathing out, imagining them experiencing all of our own positive karma, merit, well being. A couple more breaths here. And then, as you're ready, letting the practice go, just letting your attention rest in this present moment, resting in open awareness, resting with the breath or the weight of your body, letting everything settle, coming back to your experience of being. And then concluding by dedicating our practice, dedicating the benefit of our practice to the awakening of every single being. Thank you for practicing with me. Have a wonderful day.